You're at a funeral. Someone whispers something. You laugh, loud, ugly, completely wrong. Your face goes red. You feel like a monster. You are not a monster. That laugh was 7 million years old. Here's what nobody tells you about laughter. It was never designed for jokes. It was designed for survival. And the proof is hiding in the darkest moments of your life. Before we get into it, there is one fact about laughter that scientists discovered that will completely change how you see every awkward giggle, every funeral slip, every horror movie chuckle you have ever had. Stay with me. Go back 7 million years. Your ancestors are not sitting around campfires telling jokes. They are running. They are hiding. They are watching the tree line for things that want to eat them. Life is a daily negotiation between staying alive and dying badly. Now picture this. A predator charges the group. Everyone scatters. Hearts pounding, legs burning, lungs screaming. And then the predator gives up. It turns away. The threat is gone. What happens next is not relief in the way you think of relief. What happens next is a sound. A rapid, breathy, uncontrolled vocalization bursting out of multiple people at once. Not because anything was funny, because their nervous systems needed to broadcast a signal to every member of the tribe at the same time. The signal said, "We are still alive. The danger is over. You can stop running now." That sound was laughter. Primatologists have recorded this exact behavior in chimpanzees, gorillas, and orangutans. When a physical threat passes, a chase, a mock fight, a near miss, they produce rapid panting vocalizations almost identical to human laughter. Not during the threat. After it. Laughter was never a response to something funny. It was a response to something terrifying becoming safe. This is why laughter is contagious. When your ancestors heard that sound after a predator left, they needed to trust it immediately. There was no time to look around and personally confirm the danger had passed. If 3 people in your tribe were laughing, that was your signal. Your brain learned to catch laughter like a reflex, because the ones who caught it survived, and the ones who kept hiding did not. You still have that reflex. You cannot turn it off. That is why a room full of laughing people makes you feel good even before you know what the joke is. Your nervous system is still listening for the all-clear signal. Now here is where it gets darker and more interesting. Ancient humans did not just laugh after predator attacks. They laughed after battles, after deaths in the tribe, after burying people they loved, because the mechanism is the same. You experience something your brain files as catastrophic. You survive it. Your nervous system needs to release the pressure, and it does it the only way it knows how. This is Gallows humor. This is the joke at the funeral. This is soldiers laughing in the middle of war. It is not disrespect. It is not a character flaw. It is an ancient nervous system doing exactly what it was built to do. Finding the moment the threat has passed and flooding your body with a chemical signal that says we made it through. The Romans noticed this. Medieval executioners noticed this. People have been laughing at death and feeling ashamed about it for thousands of years. And every single one of them was responding to the same wiring you carry right now. Think about horror movies. You are sitting in a dark room. Your brain cannot fully distinguish a screen from reality. This is documented. Your heart rate spikes, your palms sweat, your body prepares to run. And then the scary part ends. And you laugh. Sometimes before the person next to you even reacts. Because your nervous system resolved the threat loop and fired the relief signal on autopilot. The people who laugh hardest at horror movies are not less empathetic. They are not broken. Their nervous systems are simply more reactive. They spiked higher during the threat, so they release harder at the end. The laugh is proportional to the fear. Now, here is the part that should completely change how you see yourself. Every time you have laughed at something you were not supposed to laugh at, you were not being cruel. You were not being inappropriate in any deep way. You were running ancient software in a modern situation. Your brain encountered something it filed as a survived threat, and it fired the mechanism that has kept humans alive for millions of years. It is not your fault. It is ancient programming. The people who laugh at funerals love the person they lost. The soldiers who crack jokes in the field are not cold. They are surviving. The person who giggles during an uncomfortable silence is not rude. Their nervous system is trying to signal that the social threat has passed. Laughter is not the opposite of pain. It is what happens when pain becomes survivable. Here is something worth thinking about. The moments in your life when you have laughed the hardest, were they ever really just because something was funny? Or were they always connected to something that scared you first? Drop your answer in the comments. I want to know the darkest moment you have ever laughed at. And if this video cracks something open for you, subscribe, because next week we go somewhere even stranger.